At Eastbourne Borough's Borough Means Business Lunch in April, participants had the chance to question Parliamentary Candidate Stephen Lloyd and Lloyd and Ansell. Here's how they responded to a question on the A27.
Well, first, I guess, the next 20 days will dedicate myself to seeing a Conservative government elected and secure the money that's already been pledged to us, the 75 million, and that would keep the door open to make the case for the next tranche of funding. There are many developments across the piece which would help us to build the business case so we can see that new road ambition realised. It's been a number one strategic aim for the town, not just this decade, the last and before that. It is a famously dangerous road, and it was just weeks ago that another life was lost. And when we stepped out on this campaign in this new season, and we went down to the Wilmington crossing, you might know it if you ever frequent the Giant's Rest, one of the black spots along the way, although accidents happen all across the line. And we watched in horror as 3 horsewomen approached the junction and hailed the passing vehicles, "Stop!" And you can see this massive articulated lorry thundering down as the 3 of them attempted to cross the road. This road is never going to be fit for purpose. All the while it's carrying village traffic, and horses and HGVs are mixing. They talk about localised flooding, and so there's a 2-hour tailback and 2 miles of cars. That's a big puddle outside Drusilla's localised flooding. It's absolutely vital that we secure that funding. And my understanding is that A27 money will be wiped off the deck in favour of a freeze on rail fares should Labour come into power.
The A27 is a bad road. I have a lot of frustration that it's a very good road from Brighton to Lewes, and then it's a shocking road from Lewes to here, and it comes as no secret in Eastbourne that I completely disagree with my colleague Norman, who I think would like to drive a horse and trap down there, where just to wind them up I say, Norman, I'm going to have 8-lane highway one of these days. So we do need it. Now, I've got a difference opinion with Caroline on the funding. I was hoping from the modelling that came out of the A27 reference group that we'd get the money for a dual carriageway, which is about 280 to 320 million. Unfortunately, we didn't. And there's a pledge for £70 million to do something. Now, the challenge with that £70 million is it's not going to kick in till after 2020. I've had a disagreement with the Secretary of State who says it's definitely pledged, and I sort of say, but your civil servants say something else. It doesn't matter. The main thing that I would say at this stage, which is probably what you need to hear, is whichever one of us wins, and it will be between Carol and I, it's just the nature of the beast in Eastbourne, I'm absolutely certain that both of us are going to push to improve the A27 as a matter of priority. Where I slightly differ though, is I will simply not allow Eastbourne to think that if we don't get the A27, pour me another, I'm not going to do anything I won't allow. You know, I see what we've achieved, transformational, what we've achieved in the last 5 years. Without an A27 and a ludicrous long journey up to London by train. So it's, from an infrastructure perspective, it's crucial that the 2 main political parties keep battling and fighting for it, but I will not allow Eastbourne to say we haven't got this, and we will eventually, I'm very confident, get it, because it just doesn't make sense. But anyway, I slightly disagree that I don't want to wait till post-2010, I'd rather it now, and 70 million unfortunately doesn't get you a lot, but to be fair, it is a step in the right direction, and Labour's decision is demented. I'm just absolutely staggered with it. Anyway, there we go.
Thank you.